Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
Today we're going to talk about things that you can find anywhere. And we've always talked about and preached all the time about the importance of regional items, which, again, we'll use. The Rochester Red Wings had Cal Ripken Jr. You find a lot of Cal Ripken Jr. stuff here. You find a lot of Baltimore Orioles stuff here because people follow them up to the pros. A lot of Buffalo Bills stuff here.
Yep.
I know Mr. Magazine and our Bolo videos, which are every Saturday at 9 o'clock, often brings up a Wegmans Little People.
Yes.
Buffalo Bills item over there, Wegmans being a local grocery store. Those things you can find in Rochester. Can you find a Little People Buffalo Bills thing in Atlanta, Georgia? Maybe.
Not when it first comes out, but they could trickle down there somehow.
But you're not going to find them regularly.
No, right.
You're right. So we wanted to flip this on its head, and we wanted to talk about things that you can find anywhere and everywhere out there. And I'll start off over here because these things are collected everywhere.
National Geographics.
Okay, how about in a positive vein?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Otherwise, I would have went with Niagara Falls postcards. I'll give a perfect example. Disney stuff. Now, on the East Coast, you're going to tend to find the stuff from Disney World. And on the West Coast, you're going to find it from Disneyland. But many, many different families traveled to one or the other, did the family vacation, brought all the stuff back. You're going to find it. A lot of people went there. And a lot of people collect it. So that is something you can, anywhere in the country, you can find Disney items. I mean, obviously they're more plentiful in California and Florida,
sure,
but they are all across the country.
Yep.
You definitely want to buy them when you find them. And I want to give you a little insider tip. When you go to an estate sale, they tend to keep all the brochures and all that kind of stuff all together. You're going to have the tickets from the airline. You're going to have all that all together. Grab all of it. And just kind of walk up to the estate sale person and say, how much for this stuff? And call it stuff and kind of wave it around. And they'll say, what is it? Oh, it's a bunch of brochures and stuff. And they'll give you a good deal on it. You'll get it cheap. And then you'll be able to sell it because Disney stuff always sells.
So don't say this is stuff that you should have thrown out.
Nah, probably not.
Okay,
probably, I think I'm kind of saying that as I wave it around, calling it stuff.
Yeah, I pulled this out of the trash, the Mickey Mouse trash can. I pulled this out of the Mickey Mouse trash can.
Now, what would you think would be another thing that would be you could pick up anywhere in the country?
Yearbooks.
That is true. You can pick up. That is true.
It's the first thing that came to my mind.
How about Las Vegas?
Las Vegas, yeah, definitely.
That's another tourist destination.
Chips, all kinds of stuff. Brochures, yeah, you name it.
Chips, brochures. People bring back napkins. They bring back
lingerie.
Yep. That stays in Vegas.
Okay.
Swizzle sticks, any of that kind of stuff. And again, you got the airline flights and all that, postcards. I mean, people have been going out to Vegas since the 50s. So that stuff's fairly plentiful and well collected. Back in the day, the ashtrays.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff was out there. Niagara Falls is another one, but that one doesn't sell very well. No. Any others that you can think of? I've got another one I'm thinking of right now.
South of the border came to my mind. I just don't know. Whatever comes to my mind, I'm going to just blurt it right out.
They actually are out there. That is a place that a lot of people, if they did go on their trips.
We used to drive down there every year, get to Florida, and see all those signs along the way. We'd stop and, the tourist trap, for sure.
Yep. Another one would be New York City. New York City items, especially here in upstate New York. New York City stuff is plentiful, but anywhere across the country, people have gone there. And likewise, Hollywood / Los Angeles.
Sure.
People all over the country have gone to those places too. Grand Canyon, Mount Rushmore. Those things don't sell as well, but what does kind of sell? Do keep your eyes open when you're out there when they've got the family trip, because again, remember, you're waving it all around going, how much for this stuff? So you're getting all of it. A lot of people did the trip Yellowstone, and Yellowstone stuff actually sells, especially if you're getting back into the 40s and 50s. Those are items that you can find fairly readily because a lot of families went there.
Hawaii.
Nice. Yes, definitely. Hawaii. Very good. You got a gold star today. Hawaii is another very, very good one. And tying off of that, not even real Hawaii, fake Hawaii with the tiki bar and the tiki, all that kind of stuff. That stuff definitely sells. That was a big rage, the Polynesian rage back in the 60s and 70s.
Sure.
That stuff definitely does sell, and you can find that stuff out there as well. A couple of other things that will, a lot of collectors, how about things like McDonald's?
Yeah, for
Stuff
sure.
like that.
For sure, yeah.
And
Isn't it like the old box of the fries went in? Those are worth money now.
Those are worth
The
good
vintage ones, yeah. Crazy.
especially remember the old clamshells.
Yeah.
Those go
Yeah.
for, if you see those out there, about $20 a piece.
What are they
just
made of? Like styrofoam?
Styrofoam, yeah. Yep, the styrofoam clamshells are worth about $20 a piece regularly, and some are worth more, obviously, if you have.
Doesn't matter if it's like a quarter pounder or a filet of fish or what.
That's the common ones are $20. I would think if you have something or other that was like they just brought it for a short period of time.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if they did anything on them ever with like a holiday or something or other like that.
Right.
But say they did
Yeah.
a Christmas one, I would think that'd be worth
That'd be
a
cool,
fair
yeah.
amount more. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So restaurants, Coca-Cola, you can always find Coca-Cola, John Deere. So learn those things as well, because those are national. So you can go regional and you can also go national. And the national stuff you can get anywhere. So learn what sells out of the national scale and also learn what sells on the regional scale from your area. And then you can always find something at any sale that you went to. Because obviously you're buying the big things. You're buying, hey, I'm buying all the Vegas stuff over here. This guy went to
Right.
Vegas a lot. He's got lots of stuff.
Sure.
You're buying all that stuff. You're going to do very, very well on that. But if you happen to be in Poughkeepsie, you know what is local
Sure.
to Poughkeepsie, and you pick off a few of those things as well. It kind of broadens and opens up things to you as well. Just kind of thinking that way.
Yeah.
And it also is, as we were speaking, it also is important to know the ones that don't sell, like Niagara Falls. That doesn't sell. I've never had a lot of luck with the Grand Canyon stuff. Just not a lot of collectors of that from what I've seen. Although some of that might be self-fulfilling prophecy. I may have listed one item 10 years ago. It didn't sell.
Yeah.
Or you think Arizona Highways magazine, and then you don't sell it. You don't list it, so you'll never sell it if you
Right.
don't list it.
Yeah.
And you never buy it because you didn't sell the one that you had.
Or
So-
remember we were talking about a year ago, I think we went to a state, the the rare flavors of like sodas, candy bars, or like that they put on a limited time. Those are worth a lot of money. So don't throw them out if you see them anywhere. And that, what was that fruit punch one? Remember that? In
Oh,
the
yeah.
green can. They don't make it anymore. That was like crazy money. So
Yep, that's definitely true. And another little thing out there, this is one that actually is regional and national, is Jello. The Jello Museum is just up the road in Leroy, and it was patented, invented, whatever, up in upstate. There's lots of Jello stuff around. There are a lot of Jello collectors around here, but there are also Jello collectors worldwide. So that's one that you really can tap into if you happen to be near the John Deere plant, or if you happen to be near, because those are, Detroit, perfect example. You're around Detroit, I guarantee you can buy a lot of auto stuff.
yeah.
So that is a regional that turns national or international. You can buy lots and lots of auto stuff and do really, really well. So just kind of wanted you to think a little bit about that today. After you hear it, you say, well, duh, yeah. But a lot of times you just need somebody or other to say it, and then it all clicks in for you. So we've always preached regional, and we're still preaching regional, but we're also preaching national. And that'll definitely help you a lot out there. And you know what would help us a lot?
The like button.
Hitting the like button. And we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.